Gibbs669 here, finally back with another vinyl video. It's been a while, but I managed to pick up some awesome records right here, so let's just get started. First I got two records I've picked up kind of at random, just browsing local record stores. And this first one is Best Rarities of the Yardbirds. And I haven't listened much to the Yardbirds, but I've heard Heart Full of Soul, which is the main reason I got this record. It was only a couple of bucks, so it was whatever. I don't really have any records by them. And I think actually Pixies covered them at some point. I think covered Evil Hearted You, but in Spanish. So yeah, I think they made a song called For Your Love, which is really good as well. Not on here, but still. But it's kind of weird that Heart Full of Soul would be on the Best Rarities, since it's one of their most famous songs, if I'm correct. But yeah, pretty sweet. And moving on to actually my first jazz purchase ever. And I figure, you know, I might as well start with Louis Armstrong, and this is Volume 1 on CBS Records. Don't know why they chose this picture particular for the first record, but that's weird. Because like if you look at the other pictures, it's just fine, and here's just kind of wiping his nose. Like, why did you choose this picture? But yeah, it's great. Actually, listen to this while playing some Fallout. Comes in a gatefold. It's on regular black vinyl, nothing too interesting. So yeah, just for a couple of bucks, you know, definitely worth it. So those are just some of the records I randomly picked up, and these are the records I actually specifically ordered that I really want to get. And this is a very interesting band I got into recently through their David Lemon performance, and that's Future Islands with On the Water. This is not their newest record, which is singles. This is the one they did before that. And I actually think all the records that I listen to are just really great, but I guess I just like this one the most when I just started listening to them. And here's the back, and if you're not familiar with the sound, they kind of play this kind of chill wave, maybe a synth pop kind of thing, but with a very different take on it, because their vocalist kind of, the way he both performs and sings is a bit different. He's a very passionate performer, and it's very interesting to see them play live, and it's very energetic. And he also does these kind of like death metal growls, which is kind of like completely uncharted territory in synth pop. So it's kind of weird, but if you give it a chance, if you you know, listen to it, and yeah, I think a lot of people would actually really enjoy it. Comes on regular black vinyl. So pretty sweet. So yeah, if you haven't seen their performance at Letterman, definitely recommend checking that out. Maybe you like it. And moving on to probably my favorite hip-hop release this year so far, and this is of course the newest collaboration with Madlib and Freddie Gibbs with Pinata. Just a fantastic hip-hop album. Definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already, if you're into hip-hop overall. Is Madlib on the back. Just as with Mad Villainy, it's not a gatefold, which is lame, but you know, whatever. I'm just glad I got the record because it was sold out everywhere for some reason. Don't know why. We're talking like Amazon, local record stores, just couldn't get a hold of it. My friend actually pre-ordered it months before, and it took him like at least 2-3 months to get it. Or I don't know how long this came out ago. I think like 2 months, something like that. Which is crazy if you pre-order it. So I guess they were just sold out everywhere. But yeah, fantastic hip-hop album. Got some really good features on here as well. Like, you got some guys from the Odd Future crew. You got Dom Genesis and El Sweatshirt. You got Absol from TDE. Mac Miller. BJ, the Chicago kid, did a really good job and a kind of more soulful track. Got Danny Brown on here, Raekwon, just absolutely phenomenal hip-hop album. Definitely check this out if you haven't already, because yeah, just great. And finally, these are actually some records I've been wanting to get for quite a while, and this is just a fantastic record, and she's actually performing this year at Disabati. There's a lot of actually interesting artists performing this year. I want to see Ghost and Paddy Smith, which is this record, Paddy Smith with Horses from 1975. Absolutely phenomenal record. I guess you would call it rock, or just, you know, she's also been kind of been credited to be the godmother of punk. Actually, Marilyn Manson covered one of the songs, Rock and Roll Nigga, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Singer and just songwriter. Yeah. So yeah, this is her first album, and she released a couple of after that, and just, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you're into, I guess, just overall classic rock and proto-punk, you know, bands like the Stooges and Death and stuff like that, just definitely check out Paddy Smith, because she's absolutely amazing. So yep, moving on with another, actually another record that's, I thought it was very early for its time, and absolutely fantastic. And actually didn't know about these guys for quite a while. I think I watched some Mark Maron stand-up on Netflix, and he talked about him. And that's, I kind of just checked out their first album, and was completely blown away, because it was just phenomenal. And that's Captain Beefheart and his magic band with Safe as Milk. This album is fucking great. This is from 1976, I believe? 67, what am I saying? 1967. And just, yeah, I mean, for its time, absolutely crazy. Just the diversity this album has in terms of its sound and everything. And it comes with a cool insert. It's a bit hard to explain, but I guess I wouldn't call them psych rock, but maybe something in that direction. Definitely more progressive than, well, I wouldn't say that more bands at that time, because there were a lot of progressive bands during the 60s, but this is, if you like just rock music from the 60s overall, you should definitely check out Captain Beefheart. And here, I don't know actually what this is, a bunch of quotes, I think. Oh, this is from an article from Rolling Stone by David Frick in 2013, actually, which is interesting. But yeah, overall, great record. Comes with a bumper sticker, or just you can stick it whatever, I guess. Yeah, great. Yeah, definitely check out Captain Beefheart if you haven't heard him. And oh yeah, actually, cool thing here is holding Sergeant Pepper here, which actually I think it came out the same year. And I brought it up because the next two records are Beatles albums, and actually don't have any Beatles records, or these are the first ones I bought, which is pretty crazy, I guess. But you know, just sorry, I just haven't got any until now. So I got just two of, I guess I don't know what to call my favorites. Just depends on what mood I'm in. But these are the two records I decided to get first, and first one is Revolver. This one is a reprint, so it's pretty easy to get a hold of and not that expensive. Yeah, great record. I mean, there's some great songs on here. Taxman and Rigby, Only Sleeping, you know, Yellow Submarine, just tons of great tracks. You know, most people are probably familiar with this, so not everyone. Yeah, 180 gram vinyl, 180 gram, did I say that? Gram. Got us on Amazon for around 12 quid or something. So not bad. But this one cost me quite a bit more. Had to get us on Discogs, because this is actually an original. Don't know if they ever did a reprint on this, but it's the White Album. Comes as a gatefold. Pretty sweet, and I think there's actually a poster in here. If I can find it somewhere. There it is. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to the whole thing, because it's pretty big. Yeah, I think most people probably had oven revolved in the 60s and stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet. Cost me a fair bit, I think around 40 quid, maybe more, probably more, because the shipment cost a fair bit. We got it on Discogs, but yeah, it's in absolutely great condition, so I'm definitely happy. Finally got some Beatles albums, you know. Been wanting to get those for a while. Next we got another first, because I just kind of thought like, hey, I gotta just go for tons of records I've been wanting for a really long time, a lot of good classic records, I guess. So, managed to snag my first Bob Dylan album, and that's Highway 61 Revisited, probably my favorite. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more Bob Dylan records, but you know, I gotta start somewhere. This is also an original from CBS. I think they were the record company that just printed tons of stuff here in Europe. I think you know, tons of these records are from CBS. So yeah, this is a great record. It sounds really nice for its age. This is also an original, I think. And yeah, also cost me a fair bit. Not as much as the White Album, but still. Next we got another reprint. My friend actually got this when we were record shopping. A really good price, but so I had to wait to get it, but I have it now. And it's a great record. It actually, you might recognize it from the very first song in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and that's Big Brother and Holding Company with Cheap Thrills, of course, with Janis Joplin, the one and only. Yeah, absolutely fantastic, you know, 60s album. You know, I think most people are familiar with Janis Joplin. Had a very, very fantastic voice, and just the way she performed and just was as a person overall. But yeah, this is a great album. It comes in gatefold and 180-gram vinyl, so pretty fucking sweet. It's really nice for them to do reprints, because you know, you usually get a greater sound. Like with Capt and Beefheart, it's all done in mono, so the sound is absolutely fantastic. So I just wish they would reprint more stuff. And last but definitely not least, we got another post-punk record, and this is of course the one and only Bauhaus in the Flatfield. I think most people who listen to Bauhaus would probably agree that this is the best album. And actually, something that's weird, I don't know if Dark Entries was in the original, but it's not on here, which sucks, because that's one of my favorite songs. But you know, still got tons of awesome stuff here. You got Double Dare, of course, Stigmata Martyr, and Dive. Yeah, Dive is a pretty good song. And in the Flatfield, of course, St. Vitus Dance. I mean, just a fantastic post-punk album. Black and white. It kind of looks very black metal, in a way. But yeah, great album. If you enjoy, you know, post-punk stuff like Joy Division and The Cure, stuff like that, you should definitely check out Bauhaus if you haven't so already. And those were all the records I had for you today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.